Your mindset shapes your reality. The way you think, react, and perceive challenges determines the quality of your life. If you want to grow, succeed, and stay resilient, improving your mentality is the key. It's not about intelligence, it's about perspective, discipline, and adaptability. Start by embracing a growth mindset. Instead of fearing failure, see it as a learning opportunity. Every setback carries a lesson that can propel you forward. People who succeed are not the ones who never fail, but the ones who refuse to quit. Train your mind to view obstacles as stepping stones rather than barriers. Control your inner dialogue. The way you talk to yourself matters. If your mind is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, your actions will follow the same path. Replace self-criticism with constructive thoughts. Remind yourself of your strengths and progress rather than focusing on what's missing. Surround yourself with the right people. The company you keep influences your mentality more than you realize. Negative people drain energy while ambitious and positive individuals push you to do better. Choose an environment that fosters growth, not one that keeps you stagnant. Develop emotional intelligence. Not every battle is worth fighting. Learn to pick your responses wisely instead of reacting impulsively. A strong mind knows when to stay calm, when to walk away, and when to stand firm. The ability to manage emotions is a silent power that sets successful people apart. Stay curious and keep learning. A limited mindset comes from limited knowledge. Read books, explore new ideas, and question what you know. The more you expose yourself to different perspectives, the sharper and more adaptable your thinking becomes. A growth mindset is the foundation of personal and professional success. It is the belief that abilities, intelligence, and skills are not fixed traits but can be developed over time with effort, dedication, and learning. This perspective shifts the way individuals approach challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. Instead of seeing failures as permanent roadblocks, they view them as stepping stones toward improvement and mastery. People with a growth mindset understand that failure is not an indication of inadequacy, but a necessary part of growth. They recognize that no one achieves greatness without encountering obstacles along the way. Every successful individual has faced failures at some point in life. But what sets them apart is how they respond to these failures. Instead of giving up or feeling discouraged, they analyze what went wrong, learn from the experience, and apply that knowledge to do better in the future. This process of learning and adapting allows them to improve continuously and move closer to their goals. When someone adopts a growth mindset, they stop fearing failure because they understand that mistakes are not the end, but a valuable source of knowledge. They know that struggling with something new does not mean they lack ability, it simply means they have room to grow. This realization removes the pressure of being perfect and encourages a mindset of continuous learning. People who embrace this way of thinking are not afraid to try new things, take risks, and step outside their comfort zones because they know that every experience, whether successful or not, contributes to their development. Consider an athlete training for a competition. If they fail to win a race, they do not see it as proof that they are not good enough. Instead, they analyze their performance, identify their weaknesses, and work harder to improve their skills. They may adjust their training routine, seek guidance from coaches, and practice consistently to enhance their performance. Over time, these efforts lead to noticeable progress and eventually success. If they had a fixed mindset, they might interpret their failure as a sign that they are not talented enough and give up altogether. But a growth mindset enables them to see failure as a temporary setback rather than a final verdict. This mindset is not limited to sports. It applies to every aspect of life, including academics, career, relationships, and personal development. In the workplace, for example, employees who believe they can improve their skills are more likely to take on challenges, seek feedback, and strive for excellence. They do not shy away from difficult projects because they understand that even if they struggle at first, they will eventually get better through practice and effort. On the other hand, those with a fixed mindset may avoid challenges, fearing that failure will expose their limitations and make them look incompetent. One of the most significant benefits of a growth mindset is resilience. Life is full of uncertainties and setbacks, but those who embrace growth do not let failures define them. Instead, they see difficulties as opportunities to become stronger and more capable. When faced with rejection, they do not lose confidence, but instead refine their approach and try again. They understand that persistence is key to success and that every great achievement requires perseverance and learning along the way. Another essential aspect of developing a growth mindset is embracing feedback. Instead of viewing criticism as a personal attack, individuals with a growth mindset see it as valuable information that can help them improve. They actively seek feedback from mentors, teachers, and colleagues because they know that external perspectives can provide insights they might have missed. They are not defensive when someone points out their mistakes, but rather appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow. Education is a prime example of how a growth mindset can transform outcomes. Students who believe that intelligence can be developed are more likely to put in effort, persist through challenges, and achieve higher levels of success. When they struggle with a subject, they do not assume they are not smart enough. Instead, they understand that learning takes time and effort. They seek help from teachers, ask questions, practice regularly, and gradually improve their understanding. This approach contrasts with students who believe intelligence is fixed and give up easily when faced with difficulties, assuming they are simply not good at certain subjects. In personal relationships, a growth mindset fosters better communication, understanding, and conflict resolution. People who believe in personal growth are more open to change and self-improvement. They do not see personality traits as unchangeable, but rather as aspects that can be refined and developed. If they face challenges in their relationships, they are willing to reflect on their behavior, listen to others' perspectives, and make adjustments instead of blaming circumstances or believing that things cannot change. Cultivating a growth mindset requires conscious effort. It involves changing the way we talk to ourselves, replacing self-doubt with self-encouragement, and challenging negative beliefs. Instead of saying, I am not good at this, say, I am not good at this yet, but I can get better with practice. It also involves surrounding ourselves with people who inspire growth and learning, rather than those who reinforce limiting beliefs. Reading books, learning new skills, and stepping out of our comfort zones regularly can also help reinforce this mindset. The world is constantly evolving, and those who succeed are the ones who adapt and grow. Those who embrace a growth mindset not only achieve more, but also experience greater fulfillment and confidence. Because they are not held back by the fear of failure, they understand that every mistake is an opportunity to learn, every setback is a lesson, and every challenge is a chance to grow. When we shift our perspective from avoiding failure to embracing it as a teacher, we unlock our true potential and open doors to endless possibilities. The way we talk to ourselves has a profound impact on our mindset, emotions, and overall success. Our inner dialogue shapes our beliefs, influences our actions, and determines how we respond to challenges. Whether we realize it or not, we are constantly engaged in self-talk. The thoughts that run through our minds every moment of the day, these thoughts can either uplift us and push us forward or hold us back and keep us trapped in negativity. Learning to control this inner dialogue and replace negativity with constructive thoughts is a powerful skill that can transform our lives. Negative self-talk is one of the biggest obstacles to personal growth and success. It often stems from past experiences, fears, insecurities, or societal influences. When we tell ourselves we are not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable of achieving something, we create self-imposed limitations that prevent us from reaching our full potential. The mind believes what we repeatedly tell it. So if we constantly feed it with doubt and self-criticism, we reinforce feelings of inadequacy and hesitation. This is why it is essential to recognize negative self-talk and take control of it before it becomes a habit that defines our reality. One of the first steps in managing inner dialogue is awareness. Many people are so used to negative thinking that they do not even realize they are doing it. Paying attention to our thoughts and identifying patterns of self-doubt or criticism is crucial. Do we frequently use words like "I can't," or "I always fail," or "I am not good enough"? If so, it is a sign that our inner dialogue needs to change. Once we become aware of these thoughts, we can begin the process of replacing them with more constructive and empowering alternatives. Instead of saying, "I can do this," reframe the thought to, "I may struggle at first, but I can learn and improve." Rather than thinking, "I am a failure," shift the perspective to, "I made a mistake, but I can learn from it and do better next time." Small changes in language create a significant difference in mindset and confidence. It is not about ignoring difficulties or pretending challenges do not exist, but about choosing a perspective that promotes growth instead of fear. When we speak to ourselves with kindness, encouragement, and belief, we build resilience and inner strength. Another effective strategy for controlling inner dialogue is practicing self-compassion. Many people are their own harshest critics. They would never speak to a friend the way they speak to themselves. If a friend fails at something, we offer them support and reassurance rather than tearing them down. Yet when we face failure or setbacks, we often engage in harsh self-criticism and blame. Instead of being our own worst enemy, we need to become our own best supporter. Acknowledge that mistakes and failures are a natural part of growth and treat ourselves with the same kindness and patience we would offer to someone we care about. The words we choose matter both in our thoughts and in the way we speak out loud. Instead of saying, "I am terrible at this," try saying, "I am still learning and improving." Shifting our language from definitive negative statements to growth-oriented affirmations creates a positive mindset. It encourages persistence rather than resignation, confidence rather than fear. Over time, this practice rewires our brain and changes the way we perceive ourselves and our abilities. Visualization is another powerful tool in shaping inner dialogue. Athletes, performers, and successful individuals use this technique to train their minds for success. Instead of focusing on fear or failure, they visualize themselves performing well, achieving their goals, and handling challenges with confidence. This mental practice strengthens positive inner dialogue and builds the belief that success is possible. When we imagine ourselves overcoming obstacles and succeeding, our brain starts to accept it as reality, which in turn influences our actions and decisions. The company we keep also plays a crucial role in shaping our inner dialogue. Surrounding ourselves with positive and encouraging people reinforces constructive thinking. On the other hand, spending time with negative or overly critical individuals can fuel self-doubt and insecurity. Choose to be around those who uplift and inspire, because their words and energy will influence our mindset and the way we speak to ourselves. Journaling can also be an effective way to manage and reframe inner dialogue. Writing down our thoughts allows us to see patterns and gain clarity. When we put our fears and doubts on paper, we can examine them more objectively and challenge their validity. Many times we realize that our negative thoughts are based on assumptions rather than facts. Keeping a journal of positive achievements and moments of growth helps reinforce a constructive and optimistic mindset. The way we talk to ourselves affects every aspect of our lives, from our confidence and motivation to our relationships and career success. By making a conscious effort to replace negative self-talk with constructive and empowering thoughts, we cultivate a mindset that supports growth, resilience, and self-belief. It is a practice that takes time and effort, but the results are life-changing. When we take control of our inner dialogue, we take control of our future. The people we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our mindset, attitude, and overall success in life. Whether we realize it or not, the energy, perspectives, and habits of those closest to us influence the way we think and behave. If we spend time with people who are negative, unmotivated, or constantly complaining, their mindset will slowly begin to affect ours. On the other hand, when we surround ourselves with positive and ambitious individuals, we are more likely to develop a growth-oriented perspective, stay motivated, and push ourselves toward our goals. Human beings are naturally influenced by their environment. If we are constantly exposed to negativity, pessimism, and a lack of ambition, it becomes difficult to maintain a strong drive for success. Negative people often focus on limitations and problems rather than possibilities and solutions. They discourage risk-taking and growth by feeding doubt and fear into those around them. Without even realizing it, we may start adopting their mindset, questioning our abilities, and settling for less than we are capable of achieving. This is why it is crucial to be intentional about the people we allow into our lives. Positive and ambitious people operate differently. They believe in possibilities rather than limitations, and focus on progress instead of obstacles. They are driven by goals and are willing to put in the necessary effort to achieve them. When we surround ourselves with such individuals, their energy and determination become contagious. Seeing others work hard, strive for success, and maintain a positive outlook inspires us to do the same. Their mindset challenges us to think bigger, set higher goals, and remain persistent even when we face setbacks. One of the most significant benefits of being around ambitious people is accountability. When we are surrounded by those who are constantly working on improving themselves, we feel a natural push to do the same. They challenge us to stay committed to our goals, follow through on our plans, and maintain discipline. If we tell a motivated friend about our goal, they will likely check in on our progress and encourage us to keep going. On the other hand, negative individuals may dismiss our aspirations and make us feel like our efforts are pointless. Another advantage of being around positive and ambitious people is the opportunity for learning and growth. These individuals are often driven by curiosity and a desire to improve, which means they actively seek knowledge, new experiences, and self-development. Engaging in conversations with them exposes us to fresh ideas, different perspectives, and valuable insights. They share books, strategies, and experiences that can help us navigate challenges more effectively and broaden our understanding of success and personal growth. Ambitious people also have a way of shifting our mindset from scarcity to abundance. Negative individuals tend to believe that success is limited and that one person's achievement takes away from another's. As a result, they may be reluctant to support or encourage others. Ambitious individuals, however, understand that success is not a limited resource. They celebrate the achievements of those around them and recognize that collective growth benefits everyone. When we are part of a group that encourages and uplifts one another, we develop a healthier attitude toward competition and collaboration. It is also worth noting that the environment we choose influences our self-esteem. When we surround ourselves with people who believe in us, support our ambitions, and encourage our growth, we develop greater confidence in our abilities. Knowing that we have a strong network of positive individuals who want to see us succeed gives us the courage to take risks and pursue our dreams without fear of failure or judgment. This sense of belonging and support strengthens our resilience and keeps us motivated during difficult times. Choosing the right people to be around does not mean cutting off anyone who is struggling or going through difficulties. Everyone faces challenges, and it is important to be compassionate and supportive. However, there is a difference between being there for someone in tough times and allowing constant negativity to drain our energy. If someone repeatedly brings us down, discourages our growth, or makes us doubt ourselves, we must recognize the impact it has on our mindset and set healthy boundaries. If we want to surround ourselves with positive and ambitious people, we must also work on becoming that kind of person ourselves. Like-minded individuals are naturally drawn to one another. When we cultivate positivity, set goals, and remain determined, we attract those who share similar values and ambitions. We can also actively seek out inspiring individuals. By joining communities, groups, or networks that focus on growth, learning, and success, whether it is attending events, connecting with mentors, or engaging in discussions with motivated people, being in the right environment makes a significant difference. Ultimately, the company we keep shapes our mindset and influences our path in life. If we want to grow, succeed, and maintain a positive attitude, we must be intentional about surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift, inspire, and challenge us to be better. When we are in the right environment, we develop stronger resilience, greater confidence, and a deeper commitment to our goals, making success not just a possibility, but a natural outcome of our efforts. Emotional intelligence is one of the most valuable skills a person can develop because it influences how we handle challenges, interact with others, and make decisions in our personal and professional lives. It is the ability to understand, manage, and express emotions effectively while also recognizing and responding to the emotions of others. Strengthening emotional intelligence and managing reactions wisely is crucial for building healthy relationships, maintaining self-control, and navigating the complexities of life with confidence and clarity. One of the first steps in developing emotional intelligence is self-awareness. This means being conscious of our emotions, recognizing how they affect our thoughts and actions, and understanding the triggers that lead to certain reactions. Many people go through life reacting impulsively to situations without taking the time to reflect on why they feel a certain way. Self-awareness allows us to pause before reacting, giving us the opportunity to make better choices instead of acting purely on impulse. For example, if someone makes a critical comment, instead of immediately becoming defensive and angry, we can take a moment to assess our feelings and respond in a way that is calm and constructive. Managing reactions wisely requires self-regulation, which is the ability to control impulsive behaviors and emotions rather than being controlled by them. It does not mean suppressing emotions, but rather processing them in a way that is healthy and productive when faced with stressful or frustrating situations. Those with high emotional intelligence do not allow their emotions to take over. Instead, they step back, take a deep breath, and assess the situation logically before responding. This helps in avoiding unnecessary conflicts and making decisions that align with long-term goals rather than short-term emotions. Another essential aspect of emotional intelligence is empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Being empathetic allows us to see situations from different perspectives and respond with compassion rather than judgment. When we develop empathy, we become better listeners and more understanding of the struggles that others face. This strengthens our relationships and improves our ability to communicate effectively. Instead of dismissing someone's concerns or responding with indifference, we acknowledge their feelings and show that we genuinely care about their experiences. One of the biggest challenges in managing emotions is handling criticism and negative feedback. Many people take criticism personally, allowing it to affect their self-esteem and confidence. However, emotionally intelligent individuals view feedback as an opportunity for growth rather than as an attack. They do not react with anger or defensiveness, but instead listen with an open mind, evaluate the validity of the feedback, and use it to improve themselves. This ability to accept constructive criticism without letting emotions take over is a sign of emotional maturity and wisdom. Another key component of emotional intelligence is the ability to handle conflicts effectively. Conflict is a natural part of life, whether in personal relationships or the workplace. However, the way we handle disagreements determines whether they lead to resolution or further problems. People with strong emotional intelligence approach conflicts calmly and rationally rather than letting emotions escalate the situation. They focus on finding solutions instead of assigning blame, and they communicate their thoughts and feelings in a way that is respectful and clear. Instead of reacting aggressively or withdrawing from the situation, they seek to understand the other person's perspective and work toward a resolution that benefits both parties. Stress management is another critical aspect of emotional intelligence. In today's fast-paced world, stress is unavoidable, but the way we respond to it makes a significant difference. People who struggle to manage stress often react with frustration, anxiety, or avoidance, which can negatively impact their health and relationships. Emotionally intelligent individuals recognize when they are feeling overwhelmed and take proactive steps to handle stress in a healthy way. They might practice mindfulness, take breaks, engage in physical activity, or talk to someone they trust instead of letting stress control their actions and decisions. Patience is another skill that comes with emotional intelligence and is essential in both personal and professional life. Many situations require waiting, dealing with delays, or handling people who may not meet our expectations. Those who lack patience tend to react with frustration and irritability, which often leads to unnecessary conflicts or poor decision-making. However, those who have strengthened their emotional intelligence understand the value of patience. They know that not everything can happen instantly and that responding with calmness leads to better outcomes. Whether dealing with a difficult coworker, a slow-moving process, or a challenging relationship, emotionally intelligent people remain composed and handle situations with a level head. Being able to let go of grudges and past negative experiences is also a sign of emotional intelligence. Holding on to resentment only harms our own mental and emotional well-being. People who cannot move on from past hurts allow those emotions to control their present, and